Put that up. There we go. What up? Stone. What be up, Bubba? I just talked to someone sounded a whole lot like you. T-Love, what up? Carlos, you're listening? Stone's trying to be Mexican, don't mind him. Venom, good evening. Backwoods, what up? You changed your name a little bit there. Or is it a different Backwoods? PC Racer, long time no see. What in the world are you doing? Mr. John, howdy. I'm up here by our yard. It has been a long time. Y'all hold on a minute. I'm going to put you down for a second. Whoop. Damn it. Bad word, bad word. I said a bad word. Y'all didn't hear that. Oh, it's going hunky-dory. You had tamales in the crock pot all the way to my recipe. Receiver, I'll be eating good tonight. Uh-huh. You shouldn't have said that. Carlos is listening. You changed job. You're turning wrenches now, okay? Whatever it takes to make money. Jim Dunn. Uh-huh. You didn't get your little feelings hurt, did you? I thought I went easy on you. Well, it started saying he was taping load, but he changed it. Paul, what up? I need some help from you, brother. I ain't gonna cut my license up. I can't afford more Cracker Jacks. Where you think I got them from? Fixing to have Grandma shave that stuff off again. I don't care how cold it is. Getting my some verses for Sunday. Or doing some homework. I ain't worried about the verses going up Sunday. So if you're working, you're working. But I want to look some stuff up. Well, it ain't a matter of doing whether you can do paper logs or not. It's a matter of the video's been up for a long time. Why ain't you been watching some of them archived videos and learning how? Kelly, what's up, brother? Right? Jay Ryder, what up? Well, that's how some people do it, Jay. If they're making the money, it's a matter of spending it how they want. One old boy used to work for a company I was with. He ate steaks every night. He'd spend $20+ on steaks every night. I just don't get it. And then eat 2 or 3 meals a day. Oh yeah, Carlos the boss. Right after me and Little Joe. And his wife. His wife's the real boss. I ain't gonna tell her what he called her today. If she was listening, I'd get you in trouble, Carlos. Big, wide open back end spots over here and people fighting with it. So, Jim, did videos help you with your log? That's the main question. And give me a serious answer, not a BS answer. Did the videos answer whatever was the problem you called about last night? Because I made 2 videos. I assume you watched them both? Well, he might do it. Different people out here for different reasons, Jay. And you can't criticize them because they're doing something that you don't think they should be. You know, they might not have a family, a wife, kids, a house. They might not have nothing. They might be out here just joyriding, being a paid tourist. You never know. Jim Dunn, where'd you go? He's bouncing off the damn wall somewhere. What up, Mark? Well, they're having problems with their electronic computer logs. Imagine that. Shit is blocking out on them or something. Tramp, howdy. I hope I don't need to move for this guy. Now I'm bobtail and I'm over here out of the way, leaving the parking spots for the big trucks. And some of these non-driving individuals, they just can't friggin' hit a hole. Maybe he got it that time. I mean, there's plenty of room. I swear. Let me back up. Non-driving individuals that call themselves truck drivers. I guess I'll stay back here and leave a little bit of room for those other 2 or 3 in case some more non-driving schools come in. And he's hauling a grain wagon. They normally have a clue how to drive. I'm going to let it idle a minute and charge up my batteries. Well, exactly, Jay. See, you got your habits. Yeah. Oh, he did make it back. A commodity is what you're hauling. whether it's food or scratch paper or, what are you hauling? That's what that boils down to. That's why if you look on your scale tickets, they always put freight of all kinds. On every scale ticket, they don't ask you what you're hauling. They put freight of all kinds. Gorilla Trucker, what's going on with you? I had to look at something. Nothing special here. Harassing people. Just for the heck of it, because I can. Jim Dunn, you wouldn't want to do that, buddy. In Irving, California. Well, I guess somebody's got to be there. It's better you than me, man. Some people actually like California. Like Carlos. He's only there for the tacos. I mean, he finally admitted that today. And Taco Tuesday is what he lives for. But the problem is, that's all he has is 7 Tuesdays in a week. I tried to educate. Now, I did get him today. He wanted a piece of that big old carrot cake. Y'all seen the videos from when he came to visit? He was craving a piece of that carrot cake. It's about a foot tall and about a half a foot wide. And I ain't lying. It's Texas. Everything bigger in Texas. You're doing good for a rookie, Stone. Don't be denting my like button. Hell, I didn't know anybody actually did the speed limit out there. Well, I took him to a barbecue house, Kelly. Damn good barbecue. Lady that owns it, she still cooks in that kitchen. She came out and visited with him for a minute. Visited with us. But they got into a conversation about the barbecue in California versus the barbecue in Texas. A nice one. And of course, Texas won. But when we got the carrot cake, it's literally 3 or 4 cakes thick. You know, the single layer cakes. I mean, it's big. One of them white fold over styrofoams. You're crushing your cake when you close it. It's literally that big. Yeah, except for Stone. He ain't bigger. His parents were transplants. He never grew up. But see, that's why he's eating tamales. You keep telling him he needs to put some beans in his diet. He thinks tamales have got beans. Flora. Not Florida, Flora. You're right. Was trying to think of the lady's name and the restaurant's named after her when we was talking today. Flora. What up, JJ? Did you figure out that task I gave you today? Was you on top of it? Or does Carlos have to call you tomorrow and make you feel bad? He'll hurt your feelings, dude. He's like that. And he's been an ass all day, so you don't want to talk to him tonight. He was going to call you earlier when me and him was on the phone. I wouldn't let him do it. I think he was going to chew on you a little bit. I tell you, he liked that, dude. Oh, I'll tell you something, Mr. J and Stone. I'm here at the Loves. Chester's Chicken, is that what they've got here? I ain't sure. I decided instead of eating out of my truck, I'd go and give me a chicken dinner. Yeah, Carlos, we said it'd make a video, didn't we? I go in there and I tell them I want the 3-piece dinner. You're allowed to choose your side pieces of chicken. I want 3 thighs. Which they looked a little overcooked to me anyway. But 3 thighs. So he grabs them. What sides do you want? Mashed taters and gravy and green beans. Don't give me them little bitty sides. Give me the bigger ones. So he does. I want one of your 99-cent pies. So I'm getting 3 thighs, mashed taters and gravy, green beans, and a 99-cent pie. $15 damn. I said, how do you figure? He said, well, the large mashed potato, that covers your 2 sides. Okay. Then I charge you for the green beans. And I'm looking at the little thing where you put your card and it displays it on there. I said, $5 damn for those green beans? Yes, sir. I said, I ain't doing it. That's ridiculous. No. Oh, well, let me get someone. I said, you get who you want, but... So he gets a manager. A manager comes out. And I told them the same thing. I said, $5 for that little thing of green beans? Really? You can buy a can of green beans for less than $2. I mean, you know, $1, you know, 98 cents, $1.25, whatever. So their solution to the problem, they took green beans off. So now it's $10 for 3 pieces of chicken and a mashed potato and gravy. And a 99-cent pie. And I said, so that's your solution, cutting my meal. Gotcha. I got stew out my truck that I made Sunday. Actually, I made it Saturday. I came out and had stew. I didn't buy their chicken. Now, like I was telling Carlos, I'm sure they think I was an asshole, but $15 damn, $5 for a cup of green beans. I told him, I said, I've been driving for 30 damn years. This is the kind of shit that I ran about on my YouTube channel, is y'all robbing us. I said, this is robbery. You think you have a captive customer. I said, not anymore, you don't. We eat out of the trucks, and this is why. Have a good day. And I was nice about it. I didn't get mean and raise my voice. I wanted to add a few colorful words in there, but I didn't do it. $5 for a cup of green beans. $4.89 is what it really was. So, you know, it wasn't quite $5. Time you added that tax, though, it'd been $5. So that's my rant. So yeah, $1,000 a week to eat out here. Yeah, if you ain't watching what you're doing, yep. I'm over here at the yard, Jim Dunn. You coming this way? I got time on my clock where I can leave. Oh, I thought it was crazy. I hear you, Jim Dunn. I have issues with that paid parking, but people will call in hours in advance. I've done it. When Grandma was with me and was going to Salt Lake City, the name of them was right on my tongue. The brothers down there, I can't think of their name. But yeah, I called and reserved spots down there. Then when I got there, they didn't have my spot. I was hot. You have to go in to get your receipt, and I go get it so they'll pay for it. And there wasn't no spots open out there, and I'm like, where am I supposed to park? Ain't none of your well, somebody came in and said they was leaving early. We thought that was you. How the hell do you think that was me? I said, now what y'all gonna do? They had one of their guys go out there and find me a parking spot where somebody had just pulled out, because that place was packed. Somebody pulled out, and he saved the spot and was on the radio and told him, tell him come out here, I'm holding the spot. Gave me my money back. It wasn't a reserve spot. And Tulsa's one of them towns, there ain't no parking. No, they weren't, Carlos. They don't get them in the 99. They get them in the gallon size. Well, Carlos, you need to quit smoking. They're only $5 a pack where I'm from. Yeah, you ain't Firestone. I've been eating them forever, Joe. Oh, I like the brats or the smokies or something like that if I have to get them. I don't get the regular hot dogs. But the thing is, dude, you got to watch them. There's some that will give you the squirts. So if they're looking brown and old and overcooked, don't go there. They can hook a truck to you, Jim Dunn. That's what they're telling you. They come out there with a dragon wagon, and they'll have that sucker hooked up before you can wake up and get out of the truck. Then they're going to knock on the door and tell you you owe them $500. That's what they can do. Oh, the East Coast is ridiculous. Oh, you can't get free coffee nowhere no more, dude. Unless you got somebody's cup, like a Love's or Pilot or whatever, you'll get a discount. If you fuel at Love's enough, I think you got free coffee on your card if you, and only a certain amount. It ain't like you can get it all day long. That free coffee and stuff, that's from back in the day. When Kelly was out here, and in my younger years, you'd go to a mom and pop's, you'd pull up on the fuel island, you'd shut your truck off, the guy would come out, you'd tell him how much or fill it up, you'd walk inside, stop by the fuel desk, give them your information, give them your fuel card, and I was here before fuel cards, but you'd give them your fuel card, we'd walk into the restaurant, sit down, order our food and stuff, come back out, sign off on your fuel receipt. Some places they would actually park your truck for you. They quit doing that so much, but some of them still would. And you'd be about your way. It wasn't a big deal. If they didn't park it, they'd leave your truck on the fuel island unless it was getting in the way. If it was in the way, they started getting busy, they'd come find you in the restaurant. Hey man, would you mind pulling your truck so-and-so? And you'd get free coffee on your way out, or soda if you didn't drink coffee. That stuff is shit. Almost 30 years ago now. Wow, it's hard to believe we've been out here this long, boys and girls. There's a couple of my old hands on here that I'm speaking to. Paul, Kelly, Carlos is still a baby, but he's been messing with it a while. And I'm sure I got a couple more floating around on here, been out here for more than a minute. There's a pretty looking rig. Oh yeah, you can see him. And he got a good setup. He's going to that spot right there. You see what I'm talking about? There's so much room here. And that guy was fighting with it. He's in that grain wagon right there with a inside light on. He's doing good. And he's getting out to look. Oh, I didn't move that over far enough. He's getting out to look. It don't matter how pretty your rig is, how long you've been out here. If you lose track of where that damn trailer is or your truck, you get out and look. He was doing good. Good look, Kenworth. And I love how they have the chicken lights on the wagon. Did you notice that? He's got the 3-row on there. Oh, and of course it goes blurry on me. But he's got the 3 rows of chicken lights on there. Well, me too, Tramp. Now, one old boy that ran the trade show freight with me, every time that boy ate them, he was sick for a couple of days. Never hit a wire, huh? Oh, that's a fact, Paul. We had our own setting areas, and they would come and take our orders, and yeah, we took priority over all the other people coming out. Not no more. Well, seeing the difference between then and now, and you hold hands, you can identify and agree. Back then, see, they wanted us to come back. They strived for customers to come back. Nowadays, these large mega mom and pops, they don't give a damn if you come back or not. Not even a little bit. Because they know as soon as you leave, somebody else is coming in. So, you all right? He shook his head, yes. No, you ain't. You're right on top of this other truck. I guess I'm going to have to move again. They're lucky I'm a nice guy. Partner, I don't know where you're going, but there ain't a hole there. Yeah, get mad. It's your fault. It was a bad setup. Don't get mad at everybody else. And he just whooping around in circles. "22 years. You damn rookie." Well, actually, Jay, you need to read on that ticket. It tells you exactly what they do. They will argue and fight for your gross weight, not your axle weight. They don't guarantee the axle weights. And they tell you that plain English on that ticket. It's in the fine print. See, and people don't read the fine print. I did. You need to. Yeah, it was good old Kenworth. You know, it was 55 everywhere for for everyone. When I started driving, that old boy gave up on it. See if he tries it again. Let's hope that didn't set my log off.
You have 1 hour
Nope.
and 17 minutes of remaining drive time.
There are 2 parking spots left over there. Now, I'm about ready to back over yonder and get the hell out of everybody's way. Normally you're not in the way here, but tonight, boy, they just can't park for shit. I don't know what their problem is. I guess I could have took a whole truck spot from my bobtail, right? Now, what you gonna do, Han? You gonna just go ahead and leave? No, he gonna circle around and try it again. I'm getting the hell out of his way. 2 things wrong with him. One is he ain't got a clue how to back up that truck. And 2, he's done let himself get mad. When you let yourself get mad, you done open the door for a screw up. Damn computerized trucks. There we go. Hey, now that old boy went and got him 2 hot dogs off the roller, and we call them roller items, Jay. Because most places have a lot more than just hot dogs.
You have 1 hours and 14 minutes of remaining drive time.
That guy's still over there fighting with that parking spot. Now then, I'll show you from here. I mean, he's got all kinds of room. And he's got it all jackknifed. See, and he's got himself all pissed off. At least he is getting out and looking. See, and that's the kind of guy that'd be on the internet on here running that mouth and telling everybody else how much experience he's got and how good he is, and trying to talk smack to everybody else and saying how messed up all us old parts are. Really? And you're messing up on a straight back? And you know what that comes from? Because he's probably got 3 to 5 years, I'll guess. It comes from he never was taught the techniques of backing up. If you go, any of you new people, if you'll go watch some of my videos on backing up, I tell you a few of the little guides that you need to learn to use to back up. He don't have any. He's got that truck in the wrong position. He gonna play hell getting it in there like he's set up right now. But now he's also the kind, if I go over there and try to advise him, he gonna talk real stupid to me. Then I'll have to come back and get my hammer and bust him in the head with it. But, oops, did I say that part? Then I would not leave. See, he don't understand the concepts of backing. The thing is, when you're backing up, you're backing that trailer, you do not guide it with your steer tires. These two tires in the front, your steer tires, forget about it. And in your mind, you're sitting on the very front end of that trailer, and you drive that trailer like you would a car, and these drive tires become your steer tires. So now instead of driving a combination, you're driving just that trailer, and your drive tires right here is your actual steer tires. Now if you can start picturing that in your head and making that work, you put that in. He's just all over that other truck, and he don't need to be. He went from being jackknifed this way at the wrong angle to jackknifed this way at the wrong angle. And that old boy just honked his horn at him, told him he's about to hit him. And these are wide spaces here. He does not understand the concepts of backing up. And if you're one of these that have problems backing up, and I tell you in them backup videos, go get you, and they carry them in most of these little tourist traps we call truck stops. Oh, a fuel stop, I'm sorry. Get you a little toy truck. And get you a piece of cardboard, grab a box out, you're always seeing boxes outside, and draw you a couple places on it to use as backing spots. Use your imagination, because the front tires on that toy truck's really not going to turn, but you should be able to think about what way you're turning them and practice, because that thing is still going to make the same movements that this big truck does. And now you stop and think about it while you're doing it, and you're sitting on your trailer, and you're using them drive tires as your steer tires for that one piece of equipment, not two, and practice. And you'd be surprised a couple nights of doing that, and you'll say, I'll be damned. And then you won't do this stuff. So, there you go. That's my spill on that. See, and now he's finally got it where he's almost in there, and he gets mad and he gasses on it. And remember when I told you in some of them beginning videos, I don't know how many of y'all actually went back and watched them, and I was telling you some of the things about trucking, and I told you the number one rule: don't panic. Well, him getting mad is the same thing as panicking. And that's what really messed him up the most. And I tell you in some of them videos, in the backing videos, that in those situations, when you start getting frustrated and all that, I literally tell you, set the brakes, stop for a minute, light a cigarette, get a drink of soda or water, no alcohol, but take a minute, catch your breath, calm down, relax, and now start it again. When you get mad or you get in a panic, you done lost the fight, you know. Now he did eventually get it in, so I guess I shouldn't say he lost the fight, but look at how hard he had to fight it to do it. Does that make sense? Trucker Bill, what up? No, they don't buy better quality of food, Saddle Tramp. For those that are listening, what he said is, I never had problems with 7-Eleven or Circle K dogs. Their volume of business is enough they buy better quality dogs or better quality food. They don't buy better quality, they just move it faster. So it's not sitting on that roller for a week and a half. Going to Muskogee, huh? Well, you're running my area, brother. Down there at Houston, don't you be stopping by. Grandma's mad tonight. She probably wouldn't like no company. And as Carlos says, you gotta watch her hand cannon. Cliff, what's up with you? Well, Kelly, you're old school enough that you was one of us that carried the barbecue, and we was at the back of the Petro or the Flying J on Party Row. Party Row's the back row, people. And we'd back there barbecuing, drinking a beer, throwing horseshoes, shooting a bull. Have a bed bug pull up in there, and he'd open them side doors. We'd have a place set. We loved it when they came out with folding chairs. That was good. It was nothing on a weekend to have somebody with a step deck back there and get a couple of them together side by side, and people would be sitting all over them. And we used to have some camaraderie out here. And somebody'd yell, I'm going to the store, what do you need? And people would start forking out bucks. And next thing you know, they come back with some beer and some soda and some steaks and some taters and salad makings. And you'd think them clown cars was funny in the circus. You make the right truck stop in the right town at the right time. A bobtail would pull into a grocery store, and there'd probably be 10 damn truck drivers get out of it. That was the good days. Then people wonder why I say I'm so burnt out on this shit. There's no camaraderie out here anymore. There's no companionship. There's, okay, you've got your phones and all that, where you can call and talk to different people and all that. But us as a group, as an industry, yeah, we had issues. We'd argue and fuss and fight and carry on. But we had some camaraderie out here. Nowadays, hell, you say if you're walking into a truck stop, you nod at 6 people, 2 might nod back. They don't even want to look you in the eye. I was raised, if a fella can't look you in the eye, don't trust him. And so many of them, if they're not looking at their phone, they're looking at the ground. But all these trucks back in the day, you'd see at least 2 or 3 groups of guys of 2, 3, 4, 5 people standing around shooting the bull. One guy'd be out there working on his lights, and he'd have 6 other people helping him change a headlight. Of course, 4 of them was arguing about what way to turn that screwdriver. And nowadays, you don't see no one out here. I stopped at a TA, Laredo, and I ran in there right quick. I was actually surprised. They still have their pool tables. And there was 3 people in there, 2 of them shooting bull and 1 shooting the bull with them. But they was actually in there shooting the bull and playing a game of pool. If you stick your head in the TV room, and I did at that one, but any of them you stick your head in the TV room, Most of them's watching, looking at their phone, not watching the whatever movie's on. And if it's a sports game, forget it. So you ain't going to hear the sports game. You're going to hear all these professional football truck drivers discussing on what should have happened and getting loud as all get out. Flying J's back during when everybody would hang out in there and watch TV, we didn't have them in our trucks to speak of. A few people had them little ones. They were still new to the truck. You go into the Flying J, it'd be packed out. Everybody in there watching NASCAR and all that hooping and hollering, and which I ain't saying that's all bad. It's a form of camaraderie. You don't have that now on none of it. Now they're all out in their own trucks watching it or streaming it. And to me, being the old dog I am, it's a crying shame. I, like a lot of other ones, miss the old school trucking. This ain't fun no more. None of this shit out here is fun anymore. Well, that's how I am, Trucker Bill. I'm home every weekend. I don't really cook in the truck anymore. I used to back in the day. Got a refrigerator, microwave. I cook at the house and bring it out. I got some bologna and hot dogs in there, you know, in case I run out of the other stuff. Or sometimes I just like a bologna sandwich. You know, so I keep that in there. I got some canned goods up back yonder. But once in a while, I just want something out of the truck, and that's how it was tonight. I just wanted that chicken until he gave me the bill, and I said, no, thank you, keep it. You wasn't here for that, Trucker Bill. 3 pieces of chicken, 3 thighs, a large cup of mashed taters and gravy, a large cup of green beans, 1 biscuit with honey on top. I hate that when they do that. Just give me a damn biscuit. Keep your honey. And a 99-cent cherry pie or apple pie, whatever it was. $15 damn. And while I'm looking at the thing before I pay for it, because it's on that deal there, $5, $4.89 for 1 round styrofoam cup of green beans. And their solution to the problem was to take the green beans off. Then it was $10. And I still said, no thank you. I'll go eat my stew out in the truck. I got a homemade stew out there. So Carlos, dummy, he called about the time my victuals got done. I'm sitting down to eat. So not only did he get to hear me bitching about that $15, he got to hear me do it while I was eating. And I wouldn't let him leave. Oh, you just seen me backing up, dude. Well, you can't back up a bobtail. Well, they told me about 3 more round trips. If I don't jackknife this bobtail, they'd give me a trailer. I've only jackknifed it twice. You gotta be good jackknife a bobtail. I'm up here by the yard, man. Well, I still hit a hard spot once in a while. but I don't panic. I just backed into one yesterday down in Little Rock. Now, it's normally a pain in the butt. You're on a little narrow street, and you got to make a turn, and then you turn into their driveway up front. It's like those strip malls, and they usually leave you room in there because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 businesses in there, and of course I got to go to the middle one, where you can pull through the parking lot, and you got to pull back out and back into their dock, and this is around all their cars. It's a little tight. You got to watch what you're doing, but it's doable. We've got a couple drivers that have had issues there, but not to brag, I haven't, okay? But it's one of these places where here's the place you're going to be, and you're driving past them. And many a time I've looked at that and I said, damn, I hope I don't ever have to back in off this street. Yesterday, wasn't no way I was making that turn in there. They was all filled up. So where you make that turn, I had to turn around, pull back down, and back in off that narrow street. It's a little challenging. I finally got it up in there, and I had to do a half a dozen pull-ups to get my trailer where I wanted it, because there just wasn't no damn room. And you're dodging all them cars. My old boy told me, he said, you did that good and fast. I said, that wasn't fast and that wasn't good. He said, a hell of a lot better than most of them. And they've always told me stories. They're nice enough folks in there. Pretty deep ditch on the other side of that skinny street. And he's done told me, he says, $800 to get pulled out of that damn creek. I say, what? $800? He said the good news is tow company's at the end of this road. And he told me his neighbor over there, they get U.S. Express and Swift and all them. He said they're always getting pulled out. They'll drop that damn steer tire down off that edge over there. That's a no-no. As soon as you do, you can tell that that's all soft. It gives way, so now that front corner right there, it just sets down on the blacktop in the dirt. If they set down on you, you're beat. You are not going to pull that tire up out of that ditch and get it back on the blacktop. It's not going to happen. Oh, more of that panic stuff. They get doing that and they see it and it scares them when they panic. And like I said, it was a good one on me. It was challenging. The secret is don't panic. Panic's your enemy out here, boys and girls. There's one over there where he was backing in, it should have been. The whole thing is it's in your setup. All of your backing up is in your setup. You have to be able to look at everything, use your mind. See, this is why I was over there, so I didn't have all these noisy trucks. But you've got to look at the situation, be able to picture it all in your head, picture in your head what you're wanting to do, how you want your truck, how it needs to be, and you got it made. You get your setup. If you mess up your setup, forget it. Just forget it. Stop, pull back out, redo it, and get a good setup. It's all in your setup. The toy trucks works, Jay. They work real good. Oh no, a Costco run. They mad at you, Bill? What's up, Only? I don't truck in the night no more. I understand waiting till the 1:30, but I don't do that night trucking anymore. That used to be my favorite time to truck. Oh yeah, Bill, we used to grill out and have a beer all the time. It wasn't a big deal. And then, very rarely did you see anybody get drunk, but would have beer and throw horseshoes, and you never knew what damn truck driver was going to pull out of his truck. I always liked yard yards. Don't get in the way, though. Yeah, we used to have some good fun times. Good, clean fun. Weed patch. Don't know I know that one. I know Bakersfield and the fifth wheel. I can tell stories about that old fifth wheel truck stop. That was one of the first major truck stops that we spent any time in when Grandma came out with me. I've told that story back in some of my videos. Oh, that's how it used to be. Grilling out. Somebody walked by, and like I said, you done had so many people chip in, you bought more food than everybody could eat. Hey man, you want a pork chop? You want a steak? Whatever we was cooking. Back then we didn't have these ice boxes and stuff like we got now. Now I was grilling out with my buddy Pork Chop when we was hauling boats to Canada. We still did it. When I lost my son and went into that depression, I pretty much quit all that shit. He was a chef, and I've got family and friends that keeps pushing me back into it, wanting to get me cooking more, which is why you have what cooking videos on here you do. We'll never get it back like that, Bill. Won't happen. Yeah, Paul, used to be that radio stayed busy, didn't it? I got this cheapo, whatever, that Cobra up here. Cobra 29 or whatever. And hell, Kelly on here is my radio guy, and he's built me a few radios. What's up, TJ? You old bull in the china cabinet? Damn, that was high dollar, Tramp. But Whataburger's getting ridiculous on their prices. I love my Whataburgers. It's a Texas treasure. But They're getting plumb ridiculous. Me and Grandma go in and I order the full-size Whataburger, double the meat, add bacon and cheese. Grandma gets a junior, double the double, and add bacon and cheese. She'll get fries, I'll get onion rings, and we share them. I'll get a chocolate shake, she'll get a vanilla shake or soda. And it's over 20 bucks. And pushing the hell out of 30. It's ridiculous anymore. Well, exactly, Bill. It's and for those that are just listening, he says, got to take your time, even if you do have a lot of room. If you panic or get in a hurry, that is when you mess up. I've got my truck in some of the tightest spots and had issues in big areas. And I used to tell people that, now when I first started driving, I took backing as a challenge. And I would seek out the hardest spots. And I got to be damn good at it because of it, but I loved it. And I just loved backing up. And the tighter the spot, the better it was for me. I loved it. Get it in there. Now you give me a wide open area, nothing around, buddy, I couldn't hit a damn broadside of a barn. I'd be all jacked up, turned around, twisted around. It gets plumb ridiculous. But now also what you see is if you get overconfident. If you go thinking you're so damn good and you don't even think, but you just whip it in there, you'll screw up that way too. Oh, which is probably what happened to that old boy. I mean, he might have been a seasoned old driver and he went to whip it in there and he didn't get a good setup for whatever reason. And then he started getting mad. And then once you're mad, forget it. So he wound up turning around a couple times. Well, that's nice if they got an Uber Eats to bring it out. All right, Bill. Good night, man. I'm probably so far behind all y'all, it's pitiful. Well, I don't do all that shit. All that Uber Eats and have it delivered. Now, if I'm broke down and in a motel, I might call and have them bring something. I caught up with y'all. Something's dinging at me. Zingers and Dr. Pepper, you can live off of them. I had to cut little Debbie out of my damn diet. Me and her got a divorce. Although I fell off that today. I got me a couple of Dunkin' sticks and a pack of donuts. There goes the blood sugar out the roof, right? Been to that tire shop. That's Southern Tire Mart. Plenty of room over there. And it wasn't a matter of scaring you. Just telling you what was going to happen. Or could happen. Or probably would happen. So nowadays, instead of all my little Debbies, I do nanners. Nanner, nanner, nanner. How many of y'all remember the banana pudding? Who knows where that was at? That'll tell who's been here a minute. I guess that's a W990. And he's taking the spot where I park when I have the trailer. Right across from where I'm at. See him in the window there? And that's where I normally park. Hell, it ain't a 900, but it is a Kenworth. Oh, now you go fuzzy on me. There you go. Another grain hauler. You'd think it was harvest season. Hey, to me, they look like a T600 with a W900 sleeper on them. That gum clip. Well, I'm not on 59 and 212. I'm on 412. He shut her down and going in to get him a shower. I'm heading to Dallas. I remember banana splits. Didn't care much for it, but I remember it. Nope. Now, when I was in the Marine Corps, they opened the door in a helicopter and threw out a rope and said, "Get out." I didn't care too damn much for that either. I thought the helicopter was doing a fine job. Why we need to get out? If you want us on the ground, you need to put this bird down. They didn't want to hear my nonsense. The comments are weird. Well, you ain't staying up with the conversations then, Paul. Some of these comments are going back to 2 or 3 conversations ago. Yeah, I only got 300 miles to do tomorrow. I'm not real happy about that. More or less 300. It's starting to get a little nipply up here. Well, I don't know why your comments are being deleted, Paul. Unless Carlos or JJ's messing with you. Yeah, I've had to jump out of a vehicle or 2 myself. We won't talk about them days. They was surprised they gave you a CDL or me. Did they let you drive it or me? I assume you. What's up, Jamie? Well, Carlos is at the gym. I doubt if it's him. He's listening more than talking. He's on that treadmill. He's trying to get where he can look as good as me, but it ain't gonna happen. Oh. Well, I'm about ready to call Grandma and call it a night. Been on here way over an hour tonight. Good attendance. Almost made it to 30 people. That's cool. I appreciate everybody came in and listened. That was cool. But I'm about ready to call my bride, let her flirt with me a few minutes, tell her shut up and go to bed. Sometimes I gotta get a little mean with her. Just so she knows who's the boss. And you know the old saying, I get the last 2 words in every conversation. Yes, dear. As they quit? No. There goes that pretty orange and white W9. He's leaving. And that's a W9 with a flat top. But he got that W9 hood on it, I love. All right, Cliff, good night. As for the rest of y'all, I'm going to get off here my own self. Appreciate y'all coming in and visiting. Y'all remember, the good Lord loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe out there. Don't buy no $15 chicken meals either. Good night.